Welcome to our podcast, Može Kafa. We are Ivana
and Maki,
your host. In this podcast, we discuss interesting details about Serbian language and culture from a learner's and teacher's perspective.
We offer new and fun resources for learners of Serbian. To follow each episode with annotated script, vocabulary, and quizzes, join us also at Može Kafa Podcast on Instagram. So if you're ready, grab a cup of coffee and enjoy the podcast.
Okay. Dobro jutro svima. Welcome. Dobrodošli. We are Ivana and
Maki.
You.
Ode.
Exactly. And today we're going to talk about what you ask when you're at the store, right? And I think that's really relevant, isn't it?
It is so.
So the vocabulary or like what you say in the store is very relevant, right? Isn't it?
Definitely. So the first question for you, dear Ivana, store in Serbian.
Well, you say it prodavnica.
Prodavnica.
Yes.
Okay.
There's another way how we say it. I'm not sure whose word this is, but we can also say dućan.
Oh, that's Turkish.
It's Turkish, yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna have to tell me later if you use it there in the south. But here in Vojvodina we can say dućan. But you'll hear both. But I feel like prodavnica is more kind of like standardized and formal. But yeah.
I see. Okay, I will ask my friends. They always use prodavnica more. I guess.
Yeah. So, what kind of stores have you seen here in Serbia?
So, I need to tell you this. The first store that I've been to was Menjačnica.
Oh.
It's not a store.
Yes. But
as a foreigner, you need to end up at Menjačnica, I guess, first.
Exactly. So it's the exchange office, right?
Yes.
And it is essential because we don't use euros. We don't use we are in Europe. We are not in the EU, just so you know, but we use dinar. Or dinari in plural.
Yeah.
So you either need to find a way how to painfully bring money, somehow get dinari, or you go to the exchange office.
Yes, and they are in every corner, everywhere.
Yes.
Around my house, I have 4 different Menjačnica stores.
Yes. It's a good way it's a good business, as you can see. Yeah.
And funny, but they have different rates.
Yes. I always check the rates, always.
Yeah.
So before going, usually I think in the city center is probably doesn't pay off that much, but like somewhere in the periphery, I'm guessing it's better.
Yeah, I found this place. They have always the same rate, so that's why I'm their regular customer now,
Yes.
and I always go there. I don't even question anymore.
When you said prodavnica or like the store, I immediately thought of pekara. Bakery.
Bakery, yeah.
I feel like
that's
there's bakeries
2.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's true.
So there's pekara. What else did you notice?
I went to a bookshop to see some dictionaries or like some storybooks that I could practice Serbian reading,
Yes.
especially. So how do we say it?
Knjižara.
Knjižara. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Knjiga, a book, and knjižara. Then there's we call the market or the supermarket is...
It's easy. Market.
Exactly, it's market. And then the market as in like not a building, but the little market like stands is piazza.
Piazza, yes.
So that was actually funny because when I went to Italy and they would be like, piazza, I'm like, oh, there's a market, like there's piazza, and actually piazza is the square, which can have the market, but doesn't have
in the past, they had markets in the square. So,
yeah
we have Zeleni Piazza here. It's the green market.
Zelena Piazza, probably, right?
Yeah, Zelena. That's true.
And then, then we have, the liquor store. I remember that we also have that, like, specific one. I usually say podrum pića, which is like the store basement.
Podrum pića.
Podrum is basement.
Yes, okay.
Or you can say prodavnica pića, I'm guessing. I don't know. Have you heard anything else?
I thought those corner shops, like where you can buy, I don't know, like snacks and water and stuff, they don't always sell alcohol. So there's also a corner shop without alcohol here.
Oh, because so when you said corner shop, for me, like this is the tiny store where you basically have almost everything, but very expensive. We call them trafica.
Oh, trafica.
Yes,
okay.
trafica. Yeah. So yeah, and they can be at a corner, but they don't have to be. They're just small. That's the point. The point is they're really tiny, and they usually have and usually they do have alcohol. But I'm really curious how
these ones are like you cannot go in. There's this little window,
yes,
and there's a worker there. You just tell him or her like what you need.
Yeah.
That kind of places sometimes don't have alcohol.
Interesting.
And one of the most common ones is popcorn stall.
Oh, I find it so funny that you wrote that down. It's like,
do you have a name for these?
No. Maybe we do, but I just say I'm gonna buy popcorn. No, I don't know what I would say currently.
So, for example, you don't remember, and you're asking your friend, "Is there a popcorn place on the street? Do you remember? You know?"
I would ask, can you buy popcorn somewhere near? That's what I would ask, because we don't have stores for that, but it's just the little stands, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I would just ask, ima negde da se kupe kokice.
Kokice is the popcorn.
Kokice, yeah. Then we have, I wrote down this one because I like sweets. So we have Slatka Kuća, which is a store where you can buy sweets like chocolate or whatever. And it's actually a brand in Serbia, Swiss Lion, called Swiss Lion. And Slatka Kuća means a sweet house, literally translated. So I went to the store when I was in Serbia. I would go almost every day to Slatka Kuća. That's why I feel like it's very important.
I see. Yeah. I'm not so into sweet things, so that's why I never paid attention to Slatka Kuća, I guess.
They have vegan things. That's why I'm like, they have ishleri, they have so many things.
Oh, nice.
And then the last one I just want to mention is stores where you can buy everything in grams, like measure, so.
I know, let me try. Hradna, Zdravo hradna.
Zdrava hrana.
Hrana, yes, that's true.
So Zdrava hrana, usually they have that as well, or they can be only with like measuring things. But we usually say when it's not packed, when they don't sell anything packed, then we say narinfuz. Or namerenje, like it's a store where you measure basically things. So if you hear rinfuz, then it's like you measure. So if you want to buy anything, like you have to specify 100 grams, 200 grams, like half a kilo or whatever, and they're gonna obviously pack it in a bag. But there's no pre-packed things. So,
I see.
That's important. Good.
Very nice. All right.
Now we are at the store, and we need to ask certain things, right?
The question that I always use without changing: "Dali imate?" Do you have? In plural you, so that's kind of polite. I
exactly.
guess.
Yeah, okay. You would never say "Dali imaš." I think that's too personal. That's like no. "Dali imate," and I added the word možda because možda means maybe, and it kind of, I feel like adds a bit of a flow to the sentence and makes it more polite. So do you maybe have something like that? So
nice.
Mind you can add that in any sentence and it's going to be okay. So
all right, good.
Yeah. So you can say "Dali možda imate" or "Dali imate možda something." Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Then the next sentence or question is, did anything arrive? Did something arrive? Which would be "Dali ste možda dobili?" Again, možda. I added it. You don't need to use it. Dobili means received, like you have received something.
I see.
So, and another thing is like it's plural, right? Like in a formal way to say it. And mind you can always omit dali. It's
all right.
Slightly less formal, but it is quicker to say. So, imate možda, ste možda dobili. Yeah, it's not as formal, but usually I use it like that.
All right, good.
Then another one that's kind of different. So how much is it? How much does it cost, right?
I know. Koliko košta?
Yes, you use koliko košta. You can also ask pošto je, which means how much is it?
Pošto is also how much.
Exactly.
It's like cost. How much does it cost? Pošto?
Koliko košta is how much does it cost, but pošto je what's the price, maybe something like that.
Okay.
And then you can. Another question is if you don't really understand,
which I do most of the time.
Yeah, you do. What do you ask?
So molim, I say it's easier. Like molim because I want them to repeat because they say the number so quickly, and there is always some little details there. So I say molim, but I don't know how to say like repeat, please.
So you can also say izvinite. So to kind of repeat, you can say da li možete da ponovite?
Da li možete da ponovite? Okay.
But you can just say možete da ponovite. So
možete da ponovite.
So that will be some. Again, if you make it shorter, you make it a bit more like laid back. It's kind of weird because you want to be formal, but you also want to be laid back. So shortening can help it. And then, this one is a funny one because when I was in Serbia, we usually did not use a credit card. But if you want to ask, can I pay with a credit card? The question is, da li mogu da platim karticom? Credit card is kartica.
Yes.
Or any type of bank card.
Like, it can be debit card too. Okay.
Exactly. No one asks you for credit, especially credit card, because I don't think many people have a credit card in Serbia. It's just not necessary. Yeah. So, again, mogu da platim karticom. It doesn't have
to. Mogu da platim karticom. So, platim is pay.
To pay.
Like plati.
And možete and mogu is all versions of can I.
Can I?
Is it possible in a way? Yeah.
Yes.
And then one thing that people asked me when I was in cafes in Serbia, cash or credit, which is cash ili kartica.
Yeah, you use cash the same way. Good.
Yeah. Or you can say gotovina.
Gotovina.
Which is a more Serbian way to say it.
I see.
And of course, they can ask a full sentence like, do you want to pay with cash or
Let me try. Da li želite? I don't know.
Da platite.
Da platite. Cash ili kartica.
You can say gotovinom ili karticom.
Gotovinom ili karticom because the suffix need to change, I see.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have to write that down for our listeners. Good. And do you want to know how you say 1 kilo, 200 grams, or so on?
So kilogram is the same. I see it in the stores here, so I'm happy about it. And you use the shortcut kilo, right?
Yeah, kila.
Kila.
It's kind of like kilo, yeah. So I had a discussion with my mom. I usually use kila because it's shorter. But then I learned that it's a bit more informal. And my mom likes to be formal in the store. So she always uses kilogram. But you can, so you know, kila is a shortened version of kilogram. We're going to go for kilogram here because we are very polite and formal.
Good. But the thing is, I don't ask other people to put whatever I need, like in the supermarket or in piazza, in the open markets. I put whatever I need by myself. So
mostly you do it. For example, if even if it's like packed in a store, sometimes like in this like Zdrava hrana, right? Behind they have packed things, so you can say 1 kilo of flour, for example. So in that you just want to indicate.
Yes, that's true.
Or at the piazza, right, at the market, you can take it as well, but they can also pick for you and they just ask you how many kilos do you want, and that's it. So yeah,
it's somewhere that you cannot reach. Of course, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to ask like a kilo of something, then usually it is in genitive, which means that's kilogram mesa. So it's not kilogram meso, meat, but mesa, brašna, krompira. So yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you say može kila mesa?
Yes, može kila mesa. Again, some može is used everywhere. Just use može. Može
That's so
kilogram.
Nice.
Yeah, može kilogram mesa. Or you can say I need, treba mi kilogram mesa.
I always use ne treba mi. You know why?
Why?
Because they always put things in the plastic bags, and I don't. I bring my own bags, and ne treba kese. Ne treba kese.
Ne treba kesa. Okay.
Yes.
Or you can say give me a kilogram. Dajte mi kilogram mesa.
Yeah, at first when I learned this, I thought it would be rude, but I hear this dajte mi a lot here. So that's actually not impolite.
No, you're not forcing them to. I don't know. It's not a directive in a way, but it's like, oh, I would like dajte mi kilogram. It's like you're thinking, like, what you can give me.
Yeah, in the cafes and restaurants also, like in cafes actually. Dajte mi ne kafu, like blah blah.
Yeah, it's not impolite. It's not at all. No.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, and then half a kilo is pola kilograma or pola kile, and then grams are 1 gram is gram, easy peasy, right? And then if you want to say 500, which is half a kilo, it's 500 grama.
Yes, let me tell you the story first.
Tell me.
100, 200, 300, 500, 600. That goes 400. Yes, that goes like that. But when you put something in front, like it might change, right? Or at the end, sorry. For example, does it change? For example, if the noun is feminine, like 200 grama brašna, or brašna is masculine, but
brašno is neuter, actually.
Neuter, that's true. Oh, yeah.
Brašno, yeah. What do you think changes? Which
so, 200, sometimes 200, 200, does it happen? With grammar? No, right?
Actually, I would use 200 grama and 200 grama.
Both of them, okay.
Yeah.
Because grama ends in a, I mean. So that's why I thought 200 grama as well.
I think it's something, I'm going to have to think about it. I think it's something regarding cases, if I'm not mistaken. But you can say both. You can say 200 grama or 200 grama. I think it's incorrect. 200 is incorrect. I think.
Okay, we will check it out.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And then if you need like a piece of something, it would be komad.
That's what I learned a lot in the supermarket. Komad. When I see komad, but still you need to go to the, what was that? The scale. And sometimes you need to put the numbers there and put the price tag on it.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Or
like avocado or some other fruits, I see that.
Yeah, and you can see prices like per a piece. So per one item, so to speak. So avocado maybe is not according like 100 grams is so and so, but it's actually one piece is the price. So
komad.
So if you see komad, then that's it.
Yeah.
This one is actually funny, like a carton of milk. Is that how you say? Like it's not a package, but it's a carton, I'm guessing. It's a Tetra Pak.
Tetra Pak.
Or if you want to say one, like a pack of something, it's a pakovanje.
Pakovanje.
Yes.
Okay. Like a pack of maybe potatoes I see in the supermarkets.
Yeah, or like I just thought of like pakovanje cigara, like cigars for some reason. Yeah, it's like if it's a pack, but if it's like multiple things in one, like multiple like little packages or whatever. But if there's only one pack of let's say napkins or something, you can just say komad. Again, it doesn't have to be pakovanje. Okay.
Okay. And the other important thing is this one, that one, because sometimes you buy them from the people directly and you say, I say over all the time and point my finger at it.
That's a good strategy because honestly, you have to think about the gender of what you want to say. So an apple is feminine, a potato is masculine. So you would say for potato, you would say ovaj because it's masculine. For apple, it would be ova. Fruits, actually, fruit is neuter. So
voće.
Yeah, voće, ovo, voće. Or ovo is like this, like near, and ono is like far away. So for masculine, like onaj krompir, or ona jabuka, or ono voće, you know.
Okay.
So that's how it would be. Then that's all. Like if you want to say that's all.
To je to?
Yeah, to je to or to je sve. But to be honest, we never say that. And I will explain it to you why. I mean, almost never say that. And I'll explain to you why in the conversation that comes next. You will see why we never say to je sve. We have a different phrasing. Then I added this one because it's kind of like you're going to hear it and it's kind of funny. It's how much do I owe you? We
use this question in Turkish too.
Yeah?
So that's a very common type of question. So how do we say it?
Koliko sam dužna for a girl.
Sam dužna.
And like how much do I owe? Koliko is how much. Sam, be, right? I am. And dužna is owing, like to owe.
Yes.
For a guy, it will be koliko sam dužan.
Dužan.
I see. Like flipping the A, like exactly.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I almost never used that one, but when I was in Serbia this last time, like in January, I was in bakery and I asked, oh, koliko sam dužna? And she was like, you don't owe me anything personally. You owe the store. And I was like, okay, she was making fun of that. So it's common to say, but just mind that maybe someone's going to make a comment, like, you know, make a joke. And I'm like, fine. That was a nice bonding time, I feel.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And I know izvolite.
Yes.
A lot. So when you finish your shopping, like they give you your stuff and you pay, and they say izvolite.
Yes.
Here you are.
And izvolite is used as, how can I help you?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's easy peasy. There you go.
Or I heard it one in another place, like, come on in, welcome.
Yeah, exactly. It is. So many uses I'm discovering. Yeah. So you can say, here's your change. Izvolite kusur.
Kusur, it's Turkish too.
I knew it. As soon as I said it, I was like, I think this is Turkish.
Yeah.
Do we have another way of saying it? Izvolite kusur. I just say kusur, but I'm sure there's maybe one more way of saying it. Okay.
I have a question about this. Just popped up right now. So sometimes I don't have, like, I buy something for 200 dinars, 200 dinara, but I have 1,000. So I want to apologize that I don't have like some small amount of money to pay. You know, how do you say I don't have like little money? I only have this. I don't know, 2,000, for example.
You can say, like, one of the first things that popped into my head is, I only have, like, this, like, big amount of money. I don't know how to explain it.
Like, veliko malo, do you use something?
We use krupno.
Krupno, okay.
Yeah. Imam samo krupno.
Imam samo krupno. Žao mi je, I say, I'm sorry. Is it okay too?
Or you can say, izvinite, imam samo krupno.
Izvinite, imam samo krupno.
Or you can say, nemam sitno.
Sitno, okay. Nemam sitno. Exactly. Like small amount of money.
Exactly. It's like I don't have the change or like smaller bills, dinner bills.
Okay.
Exactly. So krupno, sitno. Okay, and now we kind of went through the basics, and now we have to
have the dialogue.
Exactly. Let's see. We haven't practiced this, but
all right.
Let's go for it. So
okay, I'm the customer then.
You're the customer. I am at the cash register, probably, or something. And you are entering a corner shop or any type of market.
All right. Dobar dan.
Dobar dan, izvolite.
Da li imate integralno brašno?
By the way, integralno brašno is integral whole wheat flour, actually.
Whole wheat flour.
Yes. Imamo. Brašno su sa ove strane, which means at this side. I will explain it later.
Strane, okay. Hvala. Također mi treba crni luk. Pošta je
50 dinara kilogram.
U redu. Onda može pola kilograma.
U redu. Još nešto?
Ništa više. Hvala.
210 dinara.
Ok, izvolite.
Hvala. Izvolite vaš kusur.
Hvala. Doviđenja.
Doviđenja, prijatno.
Yeah, that was nice.
Good. Let's go over some like maybe difficult parts.
Yes.
Or like some new parts.
Također, I think one of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Također means also. It can also mean likewise.
Mm-hmm.
So
mi treba. Također mi treba. I also need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly.
Crni look is, I know, onions.
Yes, onion. Mm-hmm. It's black onion, basically. That's how it's translated. Okay. And here we have poštoje, right?
Yes.
Like how much? You can ask how much is 1 kilo. Poštoje kilogram.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then I also wanted to point out that there was this part where we said the flowers are over there.
Yeah.
You can say brašna su tamo, which actually that means over there. Tamo, like there.
Tamo.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You can also say in that part, u tom delu, or on this side, sa ove strane. Or sa one strane. Mm-hmm. So ove, one, that's how you can use it.
I see.
Mind you, all of the kilogram can be changed into kila, but I will use kilograms here. Okay. And then the one part that I wanted to discuss is like they ask you, u redu, još nešto. Do you want something else? And then you say, ništa više. Nothing else. You don't say, that's it. Mm-hmm. Like you don't say, to je sve. You say, ništa više.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. And that's a very, very automatic, trained thing. You don't think about it. It's like, we don't use many other wordings. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's nice.
And then you have, here's your change, which is izvolite vaš kusur. But very, very often you can hear it in a very informal way. Mm-hmm. Evo ti kusur. Or evo kusura, which is, there you go. Like, there's your change,
I see.
It's like a kind of, it's not so polite.
Mm-hmm.
But because we are not always so formal, it's okay in our culture. Mm-hmm. It's okay to say that.
Okay, that's so nice. And let me see if I wanted to ask you anything. No, that's good. I mean, I'm clear with everything. Of course, we will write this dialogue down on our Instagram account, so you will see it.
And we usually end with prijatno or doviđenja or both. As we see here, doviđenja, prijatno, you can use both. Mm-hmm. So that's your choice.
Yeah, I like doviđenja a lot, so I use it.
Yeah. Doviđenja is like just goodbye, and prijatno is like have a nice day. So you can do whatever you want. You can also say zdravo, like that's okay, but it's just polite to say doviđenja or prijatno.
Definitely.
Yeah. There you go.
Nice. Thank you so much, Ivana.
Thank you so much.
Quite informative and practical.
It is. I think this is going to help so many. We're going to add like some changes here so that it's not as complex, but it's still useful. And our next episode is going to be on the topic of nicknames, wasn't it?
That's true. Nicknames.
Yeah, you chose this. It was you guys that chose this. So.
Yes. And this one was also their choice. So I hope they will enjoy it.
Exactly. So I personally am going to enjoy that episode so much because I also learned some new things. But nicknames are such a big part of our culture.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, hvala.
Hvala puno.
Hvala puno. Vidimo se. Čujemo se.
Yes. And doviđenja. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed our podcast and learned something new.
In case you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, make sure to share them on our Instagram page, Može Kafa Podcast. Prijatno!